channel, and thank you so much for watching. So I did change up my background. I wanted to give a huge thank you to my boyfriend who put this up for me together yesterday at like 12 o'clock at night. And I also want to thank my mom because she actually gave me these flowers. She had no use for them, so I was like, I have the perfect use for them. So it's actually two shelves, two like floating shelves, but I'm very short so you can't see the top one. But I have two floating shelves and decorations. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to put up there, but so far I like it, and so far we're gonna work with this because I know that my last background, a lot of you guys were saying that it was too bright and that you guys didn't really like it. So this one will slowly but surely come together because I love this little corner. I get to see my whole entire bedroom and I'm not like claustrophobic between my bed and my makeup desk. So anyways, moving on to today's tutorial, I wanted to do something that was smoky but at the same time girly, and I also wanted to do something that was perfect to transition from winter to spring because spring is quickly approaching. So I love this look. I'm absolutely obsessed with this look. I love the way it turned out. I used some of the new Makeup Geek foiled shadows. I also used a couple of brand new products that have just reached the market. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't already done so. If you guys have any decor tips that you would like to share with me, please let me know down below. I would love to add something different. I feel like this corner right here, it looks a little bit bare, but yeah, we'll just work with what I have. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and until next time, I will see you guys very soon. Bye. Okay guys, so we are going to start off as usual with a transition shade. My eyes are already primed. I used my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. Then I'm going to take Peach Smoothie right here. So I'm going to take this color with a Sigma E40, and I'm going to be applying this to my upper crease. So I'm going to be applying this to my upper crease, and this is just going to be a transition shade. So then I'm going to take a Sigma E35, which is a little bit, whoops, I dropped it. It's a little bit more of a tapered blending brush. And I'm going to take the color Shadow, which is this one right here. And this is a little bit warmer and it has a kind of red tint to it. If you don't have Shadow, you can always take Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, or you can also take, I believe it's called Caramel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Those would be just fine. But I'm going to take Shadow and I'm going to apply this a little bit lower where we applied that Peach Smoothie. So I'm going to practically just focus this color in the eye socket, but I'm also going to blend it upwards just a tiny bit. So now I'm going to take a Sigma E45, and this is a small tapered blending brush, and I'm going to go in with Cocoa Bear, which is this color right here, and this is another shade by Makeup Geek. This is really similar to MAC's, I believe it's called Brown Script, and also to Sienna from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So if you have those, you can definitely use that. So I'm going to take that with my brush, and I'm going to focus this once again in that eye socket of the crease. To grab a little bit more of Peach Smoothie, and I'm going to run this on the crease to make sure that everything is blended. So now that that is blended out, I'm going to go in with a deep plum color. I'm going to be using Deep Plum by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the one that came in the Amrezy palette, but I do believe they start to sell these individually. You can also use Sketch by MAC if you don't have it. And I don't know the dupe for Deep Plum for Makeup Geek, but If I do find it, I will leave it linked down below. So I'm just going to focus this in the outer corner. I'm going to go in with a pencil brush and just kind of work this right there in the outer corner. And you can take it, I'm taking it just half of the lid, like so. So the outer part of the lid is going to be completely covered with this. And then I'm going to go in with the E25 and just kind of blend it out in that crease. And then I'm just going to kind of blend out that edge and kind of go with a little bit of product, tap it off, and then just kind of darken it up a bit once more because it did kind of sheer out. So just going to darken that up. I'm going to go back in with the E25 and I'm going to take a little bit of Bit In, which is, what is it? Which is this color right here. It's a really pretty kind of purplish shadow, this one right here. And I'm going to focus this, a little bit of this up on that crease with an E25. And I'm going to put this in that crease where the dark brown and the lighter browns kind of meet. I just want to give the look a hint of like a purplish reddish tint. So I'm going to just focus this right here, and you can bring this all the way into the inner corner as well. So it just gives the look something extra. I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush and just blend everything out because right now this is looking like a bruised eye. So I'm just going to blend everything out. I'm going to go in with the color Grand Stand, and this is a foiled shadow by Makeup Geek. It's this one right here. It is absolutely beautiful. And I'm only going to be applying this to the inner part of the lid where we didn't apply any product. This eyeshadow is absolutely stunning, like stunning. It's beautiful. So I'm just the next step is completely optional. You do not have to do it for this look. I just want to give the look something a little bit extra. I'm going to take Pink Champagne, which is this pink, beautiful, stunning color from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to take it with a MAC 242 brush. I'm going to just grab some of that. I'm going to wet my brush with some Fix Plus once again, and I'm going to pack this right on top. So I'm going to pack this right on top of that. You do not have to do it if you don't want to. I just want to add a little pop of pink. You see, it doesn't make a huge difference. It just adds a little bit more of a sheen to the look. We're going to go in with that same E35 that we use, and I'm going to just re-darken that up and kind of blend both colors in together. So I'm going to work extremely careful because I don't want any of this to go towards that glittery shadow that we have. So you really just want to lightly tap in that outer corner to make sure that everything is just kind of blended. And then once you get to where that glitter is, I'm going to tilt my brush completely to the side, and then I'm just gently going to kind of blend. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a winged liner, and I'm using the L'Oreal Black is Black, and this is a 24-hour wear infallible liquid gel liner. I'm going to do a very thin wing because I don't want to cover this amazing shadow that I just laid on my lids. So I also applied some of the Lena lashes in the style Bianca. These lashes are amazing. They're so wispy, they're so full, they're just incredible. So now we're going to move on to the face. I'm going to take the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. I'm going to take a little bit of this, rub this with my fingertips, and only apply it to the areas where I have larger pores, which is right here. So I'm going to apply this here, a little bit on the chin because my chin does get a little bit oily. Now that the skin is primed and ready, I'm going to start by taking a corrector, and this is the Amazing Cosmetics Concealer in Medium Beige. I love this concealer because it has a salmon undertone, so it's really going to help me with my dark circles, which I briefly talked about in my NARS foundation review video. That's done. I'm going to move on to foundation, and I'm going to be using the NARS All Day Luminous Veilless Foundation. I'm going to directly pump into the beauty blender and just kind of start blending it out. Now I am going to move on to concealer, and I'm actually going to show you guys a new concealer. This is a Naked Skin concealer. I chose the shade Light Neutral. This concealer is amazing, like amazing. It's a liquid consistency, but at the same time it's thick and super pigmented. I actually prefer it better than the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's just incredible. Okay, so it got extremely loud in my apartment, so I'm just going to quickly do a voice over through this step. I'm taking the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade Warm Almond, and I'm going to use this to contour. I'm applying it in the hollows of the cheeks, in the forehead, down my jawline, and a little bit on my lower lip, just to kind of emphasize and make the impression of a powder lip. I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and just blend it all out. However, for the forehead, I did take an e.l.f. dual fiber blending brush, and I really like this brush because since it is dual fiber, it will remove any excess product that we may have applied. So then now to conceal a little bit further as well as to highlight, I'm going to take my MAC Light Boost pen. I'm going to apply this up in the forehead, in a little bit in my chin, down my nose, and I'm also going to do this to the bottom of my cheekbones wherever we applied that contour shade to kind of really chisel that look and make the contour appear a little bit more crisp and just kind of bring those cheekbones outwards. And then I'm going to take the beauty blender and blend it all out. I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to apply this under my eyes to set the concealer that we have applied. This is going to help avoid any creasing under the eyes. So I'm going to let that kind of soak in. I'm going to work on my brows. I do want to film an updated brow tutorial. I will probably film it next week, but now I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera, and then I'll be back to finish off the rest of the face. Okay, so now that the brows are done, I'm going to go in with a Sigma F35 tapered highlighting blending brush, and I'm going to blend away that powder that we use under the eyes to set the concealer. Then I'm going to go in to the Kat Von D contour kit, and I'm going to take that middle shade. I'm going to take that middle shade, and I'm going to use this to set the cream contour that we once applied. I have very oily skin, so if I don't set my contour and my highlight with a powder, then it's just going to be a hot mess. And then I'm going to take the shade called Lyric, and I'm going to apply this in the areas where I applied that highlight, the Light Boost pen by MAC. So I'm applying this a little bit on the chin, down my nose, also up in the forehead, and also to clean up that contour that we first did. So then I'm going to take this blush from Makeup Geek, and this is called Spellbound. I'm taking it with a MAC 129 brush, and I'm going to be applying this to the apples of the cheeks and bringing it backwards towards that temple. To highlight, I am going to take the Mary Luminizer, and I'm only going to be applying this to the tops of my cheekbones, and I did take some down my nose as well. So now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to go in once again with Cocoa Bear, and then I'm going to take a flat definer brush with a little bit more of the color, I believe Deep Plum, and I'm going to put this in the lower lash line. I took an eye kohl. This one is the Makeup Forever 24-hour eye kohl, and I lined my waterline. I did go back in with the pencil brush and smudged it. I just don't know what happened to that clip. But then you want to go ahead and take any highlight shade and apply that to the brow bone. I used my Mary Luminizer to highlight the brow bone. I took the Bite Beauty lipstick or lip stain in the shade Bouquet, and then I topped it off with the new Too Faced lipstick or lip gloss in the shade Melted Sugar. And yeah, once you have that done, you are pretty much done with this look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys very much. Please let me know what look you want to see next. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys have not done so already. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.